Hi guys, my name is Anna and I'm into the binary options trading. That's a little bit windy because I'm in Dubai Resort and I'm at the Lamborghini. So guys, if you want to know more, if you want to get more results, profits, knowledges, you can just proceed to my Telegram link, to my Telegram channel where I post 12 signals per day and you can use it and get the same. No! So this is now the bottom because I'm thinking if I'm right or not, but I think yes. Hi guys, here's me Yana, just a little bit in the nicest mood today, so I hope all of the tradings are gonna be also nice. We're starting with this one. It's gonna be the classic combination of the indicators, so I think it's gonna be working just fine, and that's my recipe for the good mood also. You start with something that is gonna be just working for you, and then the whole day seems better. It's, you know, like with the trainings, I heard some scientists talking like, okay, if that's going to be the training right here in the morning, your brain is going to be like, okay, nothing worse is going to happen today. So I'm going to be just happy because it ended. So this is kind of the same. We need to go with the simplest, with the best one, just to find a way to get all of these fast tradings, you know, maybe messed up, but still in the nice net and the positive vibe. So sorry for that long time, but we're going. Guys, we're getting started. I'm a little bit, I don't know, in the holiday mood, in the Christmas mood already. And you can see that that is actually gonna be the price poll. So all of that making us thinking more about the upcoming perfect, I don't know, days when you spend with the family, friends, you're exchanging with the gifts. That's one of my favorite time. I must say, I love parties. I love holidays. I love really good stuff and fun. I don't say that I'm like a party girl because usually we go to sleep at like 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. But I just love when my friends having the birthdays and stuff. And you feel just like you can actually celebrate the life. And this is the best thing ever. Maybe I need to teach people how to see how beautiful life is, how you can actually have, I don't know, celebration on really small occasions. But it actually happened to me not so while ago. A few years ago, I was like, I'm not gonna celebrate my birthday. I hate this day. I'm not gonna call my friends. I'm just gonna be sitting at home, you know, and not crying, but being in the low mood. So I stopped that. Never happen again. Guys, while talking about some nice things, we actually got all of that prepared for the trading Zigzag, Keltner channel, and Vortex. You've seen all the setups, so copy that and we start. Okay, I think it's going to be quite fast because the indicators that we have right there is kind of nicely combined. I love this, and I think in this specific case, this Zigzag and Keltner channel giving us kind of nice vibe. That was actually the combination that I was trying to find for a long time for many trades, but sometimes it's actually nicely working. Right there, I think we're going to be still going with this downward trend, and it's going to be hitting us while going downward. Here's the thing about the Vortex. So you can see that the lines are actually on a distance. So it means that we're going to be keeping up with the tendency. But the thing that we need to remember, that we need to actually be careful with, is when the Vortex lines are on the biggest distance, and especially if that actually already happening a little while even. Here we are with the high chances that it's going to be the changing of the trend, because after the maximum of the distance is going the maximum, you know, I don't know, the maximum chances that it's going to be the closure. But right there, we actually been quite safe. So I've been thinking it's still going to be the fallen. We had this green candles, we've seen that before. But anyway, the big trend was to get downward, and maybe not a vortex, the key indicator right there. But anyway, we got the profit. Okay. Gonna change that. Look at this. Once again, the first impression that we have, okay, that's completely the bottom, that's the bottom, and we're gonna hit it, then we're gonna rise. But that's actually the first impression that I have also. But I think we are onto some big downward trend. Yeah, I told you about the vortex, and I must say, maybe with this period as a 6, it doesn't work that precisely because, first of all, it wasn't the maximum distance. Yeah, and second, you need to be quite attentive to that when the period for the vortex is a little bit bigger, maybe it's like around 10 something, because with these tiny small periods, I like it more. And you know, I've had lots of the videos where I actually used 7 or 6 for I think all of the indicators is the periods, because I can handle that. It's not like this is the best one. I can easily handle that. That's important to me to show you that actually I can handle that and get a profit. So here we are. Once again, we didn't make it kind of more complex than it was. So that was actually the downward trend from all of the indicators that we've been checking out. So we made it for the downward one, and that was fine. And now you can see that with this period, actually when the green candle starting to appear, the vortex starting to close. So it's kind of in time translation. You know it, you got it, right? We are, what is that? I think this is gonna be the third, quite the same bad. Once again, just want you to see that perfectly, and if I'm being honest, just because I'm quite sure about this type of situation right there, and I just made it one more time. So let's skip it because we don't need to look at that for the third time. We can see the result now. Look at that. Yeah, this green candle actually appeared at the maximum distance of the vortex, and then it started to get closer and closer, and we already have seen that it's going to be actually the rising. So this is now the bottom or the plateau. Okay, we are, I must say, when the zigzag and Keltner channel right there, it's like the one indicator. So that's the beauty of it. You do not check it separately. You just look at the chart and you can see it. Right here, what I think, you can see the pattern that we had before. It wasn't that big, so it was kind of tiny. Not tiny, but middle size fluctuations. Plus, the vortex line already at a distance, so it's not like going to be wide in 5-10 seconds. It's already wide, and you can see that it is supposed to be somewhere here. It's supposed to be this highest point, so we can actually think about this, think about going downward after. Yeah, that's beautiful. It is going pretty fast. And from one hand, the skeleton channel zigzag is the perfect match. From the other hand, it is showing us what's going on right now. And I can actually see that from the candle too. And but it's not telling us what's going to be next. So for that, we have actually the vortex. And maybe this is the perfect combo if you're going to be able to get your profits with that. Okay. This is gonna be the chart for us. We're gonna be raising it, and so what I must say, I just want you to think. I just wanted myself to think about all of that once again. But I think, yeah, I can see the crossing. I can see that the green line are trying to get upward. I can see what's going on with zigzag and stuff. But I truly believe it's still going to be the big falling. And the reason why, I don't know. Seems like, I'm not sure. So I am actually sitting silently because I'm thinking if I'm right or not. But I think yes. I think yes. Maybe, no. So, was I right or was I wrong? I was right. Yeah. That's what we call the intuition. When you just see it and thinking like, I think the big tendency in all of the charts in everywhere is to go downward, 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 and downward. And you see the signs that it's going to be the upward trend, and you're just like, no, I don't believe you. I don't believe it. And you're going into it. But to explain that properly, I'm out of it. Guys, I was so excited, but this last one, I mean, that's the profit, and I made it. That was actually the quick decision, but how could I explain that? I don't know how. I actually had a thought maybe to count it, because in most of the cases I do 4 bets, and this fifth is an extra one. But I decided just to put it like that and just leave it like that, as it is, just for you to see that sometimes you're just getting lucky, or you had that experience that you were just getting like a psychic. Guys, don't forget, want to know more, want to get more, and you know where to find me.